Hello, dear children. Get comfortable and listen. I'm going to tell you a beautiful fairy tale. Let yourself be carried away into a magical world of fantasy and meet new friends and their stories. Here we go. The Fox, the Bunny, and the Sleeping Forest. Once upon a time, there was a little bunny who loved the peace and quiet of the forest. As the evening slowly arrived and the sun hid behind the mountains, he met an old, wise fox. The fox knew how to enjoy the calm of the night and invited the bunny for a walk. "Come, little bunny," said the fox. "I'll take you to a place where you will sleep so peacefully." They walked through the forest, talking about everything around them. When they reached a small pond, the fox sat down in the grass and began to tell the bunny about how the animals sleep. "Look, little bunny," the fox whispered. "Do you see that little squirrel? She sits on her favorite tree, curls up in the branches, and closes her eyes. Squirrels are small but very clever. Every day they gather nuts and hide them for the winter. Her little heart beats slower and slower until she falls asleep. That's how a squirrel sleeps." The bunny watched, feeling a warm calmness in his heart. "And over there," the fox pointed to the field, "a little rabbit is sleeping. Rabbits are very shy but also very fast. A rabbit always finds a soft nest in the grass, and when he feels safe, he closes his eyes and sleeps. His ears fold down, his breath is soft like the wind, and he sleeps so quietly, as if he isn't even there." The bunny slowly pressed his ears to the ground, listening to the sounds of the sleeping forest. "Do you see that little hedgehog?" The fox smiled and pointed to a tiny hedgehog curled up in the moss. Hedgehogs hide during the day, but in the evening, when it gets cooler, they come out of their hiding places to find food. Their little feet move quietly as they search for insects or berries, and when it's time to sleep, they return to their cozy nests. The hedgehog curls up into a ball, protecting himself from the cold, and drifts off to sleep. "And what about bats?" the bunny asked curiously. "Bats," said the fox, "wake up only after dark. They fly above the forest at night. But when it's time to rest, they find shelter in old trees and caves. They hang upside down, perfectly still until they fall asleep. The whole forest is quiet as they sleep." The bunny imagined all the little animals curling up to sleep. The fox continued her story. "Do you see that owl?" The fox pointed to a tree where a wise old owl sat. "The owl never sleeps all night. She is a wise creature who watches over everything. But when the world grows quiet, her big eyes slowly close, and she becomes part of the night. Her feathers are so soft that she sleeps without making a sound. Even though the owl is awake, her wings shimmer in the moonlight. But she too has moments of rest when she hides away and closes her eyes. "And what about the sheep?" asked the bunny. "Do they sleep too?" "Sheep don't mind the quiet," said the fox. "Every night, they settle on their meadow, resting their heads on the soft grass. Sheep love peace, so they always find a warm place where the wind gently blows. Their breath slows down, slower and slower, until the whole flock drifts into sleep. And in the morning they wake up and begin nibbling on the fresh grass again." As they walked through the forest, the fox kept telling stories about all the animals that were falling asleep. The bunny felt sleepier and sleepier. Finally, when they reached the edge of the forest and saw the land glowing under the starry sky, the fox said, "And now, little bunny, look at how the whole forest sleeps. The old pine tree stands still, whispering as it grows in the night. Even the little fir tree sleeps, its branches swaying gently in the night breeze. The stream flows quietly, singing a soft lullaby. The whole forest is asleep. And now, it's time for you to close your eyes and let these stories sleep with you." The bunny lay down on the soft grass beside the fox, feeling his body grow heavy and his eyes slowly close. The forest was quiet. The stars twinkled above, and the whole world around him was peaceful and still. He drifted off to sleep, while the fox slept beside him, and everything around them slept as well. And that's the end of today's fairy tale. I hope you liked it. If you did, come back tomorrow. There's a new story waiting for you every day. And if you don't want to miss any, click on subscribe. Have a wonderful time, and good night.